YouTube, what's that deal? What's that word, man? We back on the Daily Crime Channel. Hey, man, we finna go crazy. Y'all know when y'all hear that, that means somebody finna take their ass straight to jail. Oh, straight up. Gotta be completely real with y'all. Now, I reacted to Dr. Insanity. I just did a reaction from one of his videos, and I was like, man, this is very dope content, man. So, you know, the game was like, done, hey, do another one with Dr. Insanity, you know what I'm saying? Don't do too much of the stop and go, but do it. Look, man, that's what I do. I'm a stop and go type channel. Dr. Insanity, go watch it, bro, you know what I mean? But I'm a stop and go. Like, I gotta let y'all know this is how I feel. Oh, you feel me? You got to know that, bro. Anyway, man, as y'all see, man, it says wife poisons husband to receive $37 million inheritance. She done killed this nigga, bro, for $37 million. What Cole off of Martin say, nigga, for $37 million, I kill myself. Oh. Hey, bro, I ain't know why he told her he finna get 37 million. That's crazy, man. Anyway, we gonna tap into it, man. We gonna see what's going on, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, how you sub up, man. Join the chat. Y'all know what to do, man. Let's get it.
FBI, open up! You get some inheritance or something? That's why we're moving. We're gonna pay all our bills off that we need to pay off, and then take a long vacation.
Less than 24 hours from this footage, Ina Thea-Kanoyer's husband, Steve Riley, was life-flighted to the hospital due to a sudden sickness that immobilized his body.
Damn,
Within an hour of being at the hospital, he would pass away.
I thought everybody knew. Sorry. Oh my God.
What the cop doesn't realize at this time is that Ina is a very good actor, and she knows far more about Steve's sickness than she leads on. You see, Steve was less than an hour away from cashing in a $37 million inheritance payment when he became fatally ill. And as the multi-week investigation would progress, detectives would quickly discover that Steve's death was due to poisoning. Someone had killed him, and everyone
gave the nigga some antifreeze. She dead wrong for that.
Everyone close to Steve all had dire needs to claim his newfound fortune by any means necessary.
It was like 20-something million. Best thing you can do is get on the plane and don't look back.
Get the hell on, nigga. Bro, so you get that kind of bread, best thing you can do is get the hell on. Get on a plane and don't look back. He ain't lying, though. $37 million, but that's a lot of money, boy.
Police department. It's the police department. It's not Chad.
This body cam was recorded the night before Steve Riley's death. Steve and Ina's drunken neighbor had been harassing them and other residents of the neighborhood, so Ina called 911 to de-escalate the situation. What makes this specific footage interesting is not the situation with their drunken neighbor, but rather what Ina would tell police after. Her $37 million inheritance fund that she's just hours away from cashing in.
Oh, she way too happy. She way too happy.
Yeah,
Who was
trying to kick in everybody's door.
Who was he
He
out here
busted to my light and look at the garbage can.
Who was he fighting with out here?
My fiance, he went for a walk, cool down.
Who's your fiance?
Steve Riley.
Steve Riley?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
I'm Ina.
Okay. Is your fiance hurt at all?
He got gash on his forehead.
Okay. You know, we just want to talk with him too, just to make sure he's all right if possible. There's blood all the way over there. That's good. So what actually happened tonight? What were they fighting over?
Chad was trying to kick in the door.
Just for no reason, or just
drunk. He does that.
Where do you think your fiance would have went, so we could just give inside of the story real quick?
Oh, I don't know.
So you got a phone on him?
No, we don't have a phone until this afternoon.
But this is where Ina reveals something she shouldn't have. Their plans.
She say, we don't got a phone until this afternoon, after we get our 37 million. She can't wait, cuz. She way too happy, bro. She
pay
way
off
too
all
happy.
of their bills, which had over the years been racking up. And she does this for one reason: to brag.
He gets his inheritance this afternoon.
Told
That's why we're moving.
you. We get there alone.
We're gonna pay all our bills off that we need to pay off. His lawyer gets here today at 2 to sign the paperwork for his money.
Okay.
And then he's gonna go pay that. And his lawyer gonna pay the rest of his child support.
Why is she
And then
telling the
take a long
police this
vacation.
though? This don't make no sense,
According
man.
to Ina, Steve is set to receive an inheritance from his late uncle tomorrow, which supposedly is enough money to turn their lives
Who
around
is
completely.
his uncle though?
What police don't realize at this time is how enormous this inheritance sum really is. In 2016, Steve's friend had received a call from a man named Marcus Riley, who claimed to be Steve's long-lost uncle from Ireland.
Okay.
It explained that he finally wanted to get in touch with his nephew, Steve. After connecting with each other, Steve had learned he was in line to receive an inheritance upon his uncle's passing, which was a sum of over $17 million at the time. This was enough to permanently fix the financial struggles
How is they in debt 311,000? Like, do y'all see what she's stepping out of? Like, how the hell do you get in this much debt? Like, how the hell do somebody give you this much? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they look like they ain't gonna pay no damn body. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I might be, judging a book by its cover, but I'm just saying, like, 311,000, bro. Like, I would think, like, you got you a house, a nice car, or like, what the hell? Like, what you in debt for? Like, who you owe, gang? That's crazy.
he and Ina had been dealing with. A couple of years later, 4 months prior to the footage you just watched, Steve would learn of his uncle's passing from a British lawyer who had contacted him.
Nigga
Additionally, he would learn that his $17 million inheritance had grown to over $30 million due to his uncle's successful investments over the years. That's why Ina cannot hold herself from boasting to the police.
But she happy as hell,
Tomorrow,
boy.
they plan to meet with their lawyer to officially sign the documents and claim the $30 million inheritance fund.
Rich.
The two plan to take the money and live with Steve's long-lost family in Ireland. Quote,
Rich,
living in the
nigga.
castles.
We rich.
In less than 24 hours, Ina will be rich. So as officers leave for the night, Ina would make one final statement about how her life was about to change forever.
If you want to step back inside, and then if Steve shows back up, we're going to try to look for him to get his side of the story as well. But if Steve shows back up, if you just want to give us a call, or
But
have
Steve
him
should
give
have
us a
stayed
call,
gone, bro.
talk to him then,
If he
okay?
knew what was good for him, he
He's
wouldn't
gonna
have went back
stop by
home.
anyways, like I said.
Sounds good.
I've only been able to put like $5 on his fines, but at least it was something.
Okay,
But-
sounds good.
We're gonna pay it all off all at once.
Bro, she keep, bro. Yeah, today I ain't gonna kill you. I put about $5 down. $5. But tomorrow! Oh! Okay. Y'all ain't gonna see us no more. Straight up.
Perfect. Thank you.
Steve would return to his and Ina's apartment that night, and the two would patiently wait, not being able to sleep, as they counted down the hours until they would receive their millions.
Well, what?
The plan to receive the funds was simple. At 2 p.m., the group would go to the airport to meet their lawyer, who was flying in with their inheritance paperwork. Ina and Steve obliged and would arrive at the airport alongside their two friends, Billy and Wes, before patiently waiting. However, while they were waiting for the lawyer's arrival, Steve would become extremely sick.
Oh,
he
Lord.
would claim feeling drunk, even throwing up in the airport bathrooms.
Nigga felt
His
drunk,
heart
but
rate
hadn't
was
even drank
rapidly
yet.
increasing, and his condition worsened to the point where Wes decided to take him home to help him treat his sickness. Ina would wait at the airport for the lawyer to arrive. However, he would never show up. And after a couple of hours with no lawyer, no money, and a sick fiancé, she would return home as well.
Hold on. The lawyer. I know ain't nobody done duped these folk, man. So the lawyer didn't show up, Mark. The lawyer done got the money and dipped. Oh, man. And she done pausing Steve for nothing. Man, we gotta see how they play out.
Everyone believed that Steve had suffered from a heat stroke as a result of working on his truck for hours that morning. But Steve's symptoms were far more fatal than the heat strokes he had received in the past, even experiencing fatal signs of kidney failure throughout the night. And in the morning, Steve would become completely unresponsive, forcing Ina to call 911.
911, what? My husband's really sick. He got heat stroke yesterday, and now he's not waking up. And come on, wake up!
What's the phone number you're calling from?
I don't have a phone number. It's a phone that never got finished getting set up. Come on, babe. I've been trying everything. Ice, water.
Okay, but he is breathing?
Yes. He's snoring.
Barely.
He won't talk to me anymore. He won't look at me. He won't open his eyes.
Okay,
Hey!
I've got help on the way. Just keep an eye on his breathing, and if anything changes with his breathing, tell me immediately.
Bro, you can hear him snoring too, bro. It's like that's crazy, bro.
Hello? Yeah. It's Officer Sullivan, Minot PD.
She said, hang on. Your fiance is dying and you talking about hang on.
Inside the home, officers would find Steve fully unresponsive. They would drag him out of the house through piles of trash and filth.
God.
Quickly, he was rushed to the nearest hospital.
How somebody
but with his
live like
condition
that, bro?
So poor, he would be flown to the St. Alex.
Like, how the hell you live this way, bro? I don't mean to stop it, but look at this, bro. Like, how you live like this? Like, you don't just, like, what? You just don't, you don't take out the trash. You just take the trash out the trash can and just throw that shit in the living room. What the hell? Oh! Like, bro, this is nasty, gang. Oh my God, bro.
The house through piles of trash and filth. Quickly, he was
Just
rushed
nice.
to the nearest hospital, but with his condition so poor, he would be flown to the St. Alexis Hospital to undergo more professional treatment.
Yeah,
But
hell
before we
yeah,
get to
that
that,
man, bro.
I want to help you protect yourself.
I don't want to hear that.
But before we get to
I don't want to hear about that. I don't care nothing about that, gang. There we go.
to the hospital, Ina would explain to the officers that Steve had gotten a heat stroke, which caused his illness. The officers had no reason not to believe her story, so they would comfort her throughout the day as Steve was being treated. Unfortunately, Steve would never again regain consciousness.
Oh, man.
This is Billy
He died,
Burkhead,
bro.
Steve and Ina's neighbor, and he was with Steve and Ina the entire day of his sudden sickness, even working on the truck with Steve and traveling with them to the airport. Billy simply refused to believe that Steve's death was caused by heat stroke, especially since Steve seemed perfectly fine all day until they reached the airport. Instead, Billy suspected something far more sinister and wanted to share his theory with the detectives. So, the day after Steve's death, Billy would call officers back to apartment 912A to detail his side of the story.
We think she poisoned him. Oh, I'm almost sure she poisoned him.
Damn, Bill say he's sure.
We're making sure nothing goes. Because you know what, they go to jail as they die.
I mean,
People come and clean
well, how
up.
long are you going to stay here?
I'm gonna stay here until his son gets here.
Oh. When's the son supposed to get here?
Not dead. I told you.
Stop!
He's dead.
Goddamn Bill say he's
And
dead.
he was poisoned.
He's dead.
Billy's explanation for Steve's death is, well, horrifying. If Ina truly did poison Steve, then his symptoms would make sense. And would add up far more than the idea of him having a heat stroke.
For sure.
However, why would Ina want to poison her husband if they were about to live such a good life?
She greedy, bro.
Billy seems to have the exact answer to that
She
question.
wanted all the bread.
The other day, she threw all the stuff out in the yard.
From his house?
Yeah, and he come out and he was holding his head down. And then we're supposed to go up to the airport and meet this guy because he's supposed to get quite a bit of money. Come back, we had to help him out of the car. Had to help.
What I don't understand is Bill said he helped Steve work on that truck yesterday, but this nigga hands is still dirty. Oh! Like, god damn, Bill. Like, what the hell? Bill, Bill, you didn't go wash your goddamn hand, Bill. Goddamn, like I thought Bill had on a damn glove, bro. Nigga, these Bill hands, nigga. Like, what the hell going on, bro?
Bring him in the house, and everything was fine until he come home, and then the next morning she's throwing all his stuff out. She was supposed to call the ambulance. She never called the ambulance.
Billy thinks that Ina
bro.
was secretly planning to split with Steve after the inheritance was received, even going so far as to throw his belongings out of the house after they returned from the airport. Even worse is that Ina lied about getting help for Steve after they returned from the airport, pretending to take him to get treated, when in reality, they never left the house. Unfortunately, Ina overheard all of this talk and decided to give Billy a piece of her own mind.
Here she come. Here she come.
I'm taking off. I'm not worth your telling my dinner alive.
Hey, stay out here. Hey, stay out here.
I need to take a picture.
Picture of what?
Building. Here, let's try.
Oh, you can sit over here.
Steve collapsed yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the hospital. I found out he was poisoned.
How'd you find that out?
Well, he told me. I'm just telling you, son, don't ever stop after these people. They're nasty people. They're nasty.
Ina coincidentally seemed to put the blame on the neighbors, calling them evil people. It's become more clear that Steve's death was far more sinister than officers had first expected. Officers now had a potential homicide case to investigate, but as they went to leave, one officer accidentally broke the news to Ina that her fiancé had passed away.
I thought everybody knew. I'm sorry.
Oh, she ain't know he was dead yet.
Don't tell me anything.
Hey, she a good. Hey, she acting good, but I bet ain't not one tear coming out of her eye, bro.
Okay. Apparently the sun is on the way here. So.
Son better.
Ina's reaction to her husband's passing is one of the strangest I've ever seen. She starts bawling her eyes out, then suddenly jumps right back to her normal self.
Yeah,
as if she hadn't even heard the terrible news to begin with. It's becoming...
Bruh, some folk, bruh, when somebody passed that was so close to them, some folk can't even, like you ever heard somebody say, we're going to have to take them to the hospital and give them a shot. You know what I'm saying? Because they just in disbelief. They can't believe it, bro. Like, it's just... Like, she just, you can kind of tell she acting, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, straight up. Like, she went straight back from acting, like, in disbelief to, like she know who did it. Come on, man.
More and more clear that something is not adding up. Billy was not the only person to initially put the blame on Ina. In fact, he was only one of many who would come forward with their concerns. In fact, Billy's wife, Lynn, had stated that Ina had made horrifying statements in the past, alluding that if she was to ever kill her partner, she would poison him, using an antifreeze. To add to the pile of already incriminating information, Steve would be tested for ethylene glycol in his bloodstream, a key ingredient in antifreeze. To nobody's surprise, the results showed toxic levels of ethylene glycol in his system. This information would serve as the catalyst for initiating a formal homicide investigation into the death of Steve Riley. Following the commencement of the investigation, a series of intensive interrogations would be conducted with all parties connected to the incident, including Ina, to ultimately solve Steve's murder. However, before that, Ina would launch a plan of her own.
What? To get the money and get out of town?
It must have been made apparent to her that she was in hot water, as the day after this encounter with the police, she would call them back to apartment 912A to explain theories of her own.
Hi.
Okay,
what's going on?
I don't know.
We've been here.
He's trying to take Steve's truck.
Where's the truck at?
In the garage.
Is this the paperwork on the thing? Or?
No. This is property that Steve was buying after his inheritance got here. I think he left it to his son.
Ain't no goddamn inheritance, bro. They can hang that up.
Google where to go to get his inheritance switched over to the people he left it to. I don't know. The day he was supposed to meet his lawyer, apparently, I thought it was heat stroke. Apparently he was poisoned. I'm finding out. With antifreeze.
Alright.
And I don't know how to get a hold of the guy in London with his inheritance. He should be here in town. He never showed up at the airport. So, trying to figure out why.
Ina seems to conspire to the idea that Steve may have drank the antifreeze himself, or that someone may have poisoned him. However, despite all the suspicion being thrown her way, she can only stay on track for minutes before going back on tangents about her inheritance fund. It was clear at this point that somebody had poisoned Steve.
Bro.
The idea of this being self-inflicted was unlikely, as Steve had a life-changing amount of money waiting for him, and would have had to drink the antifreeze just hours before going to claim the cash. Clearly, Ina can be made out as the lead suspect due to the amount of fingers being pointed her way, but the other potential suspects should not be ruled out either. With this in mind, officers would bring their first suspect in for questioning, Rebecca. Rebecca was another neighbor of Ina and Steve's, who was very involved with the entire case so far, pitching her opinion to police whenever she could. Rebecca was brought in primarily to add to the pile of evidence to confront Ina with later, but as the interview would continue, strange red flags would arise from Rebecca's odd personality.
You guys know my daughter?
Yeah, how's she doing?
Yesterday, God works in mysterious ways. She was arrested, released. She said, this is, the demons that are in her, the spirits that follow her, was able to change her butt cheeks. So
What?
maybe they'll stop following her now, she said.
Yeah, well, hopefully she gets the help she needs.
I pray she does.
Bro, I know this foley thing. Like, bro, who am I talking to, bro? What is she talking about, bro? They talking about somebody that was poisoned. She said her daughter said they gonna change her butt cheeks so the demons won't follow her no more. What the hell is you talking about? That police said, well, I hope she gets the help she needs. Like, lady, what the hell are you talking about?
Starting off a homicide interview explaining how demons left your daughter's butt is an interesting way of proving your innocence. But the detective isn't here to judge, rather to get to the bottom of Steve's death. So he'll ignore these strange remarks.
It sounds like you might know some things.
I'm a nosy neighbor.
That's good. I like it.
Well, I know what cars belong, what cars don't, who lives in my neighborhood, who doesn't.
Yeah.
So yes.
That's good. We're investigating Steve's passing just because it sounds like maybe there's something suspicious about what happened.
Whatever I know.
How long have Steve and Ina lived there that you know of?
Approximately 2 years.
Okay. How was their relationship that you know?
The first year was, Steve was looking great, doing great. The past year, I don't know if she suffers from mental illness at times, but her mental state went downhill the past year. When you lose weight, when you're not acting right, shady stuff going on, you're not working. Yes, he was. And it got worse the past couple months.
It seems as though Steve's life wasn't as straightforward as initially thought, having drug issues, weight loss, and possibly depression. Whether or not Ina was a large contributor to these deteriorating issues is something they will soon learn, as this interview would become a pivotal piece of evidence, laying the groundwork to dismantle her defense entirely during the interrogation.
And it got worse the past couple months.
You think likely that theme,
Probably.
like, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
What, do you think she was using?
Yeah.
Okay.
And alcohol use too.
Okay.
Yes.
Both of them with
Yes.
alcohol? Okay. So Steve had mentioned before, like in the past, about getting money.
Yes.
How many, like?
2 million.
The amount Steve had planned to receive was something he kept very secret, often lying to people like Rebecca on how much he was actually getting. As we'll soon find out, this number was much, much larger than 2 million.
Steve told him 2 million. Steve told him to get 37.
Yes. First, he said he was going to leave it to Ina, and then they were fighting, And a couple months later, he said he went back and changed the will. He told me, he was like, don't tell Ina, but I changed it.
This statement from Rebecca would explain what Ina was talking about last time she spoke to police.
See, that was Steve messed up at. You can't tell nobody that y'all finna run off in the sunset with 37 M's and then get mad and say, I ain't leaving you with shit. Oh! Honestly, I'm gonna fix your ass. As soon as you got that change that wheel, as soon as you change that wheel back, nigga, your ass gone and you up out of here. You think I'm saying, bro? I don't love you that much not to miss out on 37 million for sure.
And how she was trying to switch the will over from Steve's son to herself. If Ina discovered his plan, it would have given her a strong incentive to do whatever it took to change the will back in her favor, possibly by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Because it started 5 months and he told me, yeah, I got a will, I'm leaving everything to Ina if something happens. And then it seemed like 2 months after that, he's like, that ain't getting nothing, because she's a bitch.
Okay, so that was just saying.
Yeah, that's how yeah.
Was he ever talking about leaving Ina?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to get this money and leave her, get my own place, go back to California.
Okay.
I met her son last night.
Oh, okay. Her son came?
No, I'm sorry, his son. Steve's son.
Yeah.
I'm old.
That's okay.
He flew in. He came up to my apartment, but as he's leaving, she came up, knocked on my door.
When he was up there?
Yeah,
okay.
to get him. I think she was nervous. It was like she was pissed he was up there. And then she's like, I just want to let you know I found the will papers.
So she said in front of you that she found will papers?
Yes. Yep.
Ina clearly had become obsessed with the idea that she was about to live the life of her dreams with Steve's inheritance. But after rumors of Steve leaving her, it seems Ina became terrified that she might not receive the funds and would be stuck with her depressive living conditions. It's now become obvious how these events and Steve's strange death could be correlated.
I can't even say if I blame her though. Like, can you think you putting up with somebody like smoking crack and things of that nature for this long? Y'all been smoking crack together, been living in this dump together. He finna get 30-something M's, bro, and now he like, I'm finna leave you with absolutely nothing, bro. I like. And he should have been smarter enough than to drink her Kool-Aid, eat her food. Like, come on, bro. You just can't do that, bro. Like, when money involved, bro, you really gotta sit down and you gotta think about things. Like, y'all already ain't married, bro, so she ain't tied to nothing. And you done told her your dead uncle from Ireland, which sounds crazy as hell to me. You know what I mean? Finna leave you 30-something M's, and then you get mad at me because of this, and not you gonna leave it all to your son who probably don't even give a damn about you. I ain't saying she should have killed him, bro, but I don't know. I can kind of understand what her crazy ass mind was at the time, bro.
To one another. However, as Rebecca had stated herself, she was a nosy neighbor, looking for any rumors or conspiracy theories to help solve the neighborhood drama. I've also cut out over 40 minutes of completely false information Rebecca gave to detectives, which certainly doesn't add to her authenticity.
We appreciate that, bro.
In order to further confirm the accuracy of these claims, 2 more reliable sources would be brought in the following day: Steve's son Ryan and Billy Burkhead. If anyone would be able to give proper insight into Steve's life, it would be these 2, as they were by far the closest people to Steve.
We're assigned the kids of your dad's passing. You're really the only next of kin that maybe had a relationship with your dad, it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he ever talk to you about Ina when you guys talked to him last year?
Yeah. He was talking
He ain't talked to his dad in a whole year,
how
man.
he was getting a large sum of money, and he kind of just wanted to leave her because she didn't really have a job and was like leeching off of them.
Did Steve ever talk about leaving?
Nigga, y'all got 37 million, bro, and now you want her to work? Man, you tripping, bro. He should have known, bro. He should have known she was gonna take him out.
All the time, every day. She talked about poisoning Steve and me because we're always together, and she didn't like that.
Billy said she talked about poisoning both of us. Hell,
it's way up there in the money. It was like 20-something million. Best thing you can do is to get on the plane and don't look back.
Don't look back.
Yeah.
I said, that's the best thing you can do.
Almost every piece of information the detectives receive leads straight to Ina as the killer. It also makes sense why Ina hated Billy and Steve's son so much, as they knew far more information than she would have liked about the inheritance and her schemes to obtain it. These interviews wouldn't last long, as detectives got all the information they needed from the two, and could directly confront Ina with it. But before leaving, they would break disturbing news to Ryan, which would make this case even more of a terrible tragedy.
What the news
So
is?
this inheritance now. I'm thinking that's the same thing we're thinking. Which, I mean, I don't know for sure, but by all accounts of looking at it, it looks like it's a scam.
No.
The letter has different fonts in it and things, and so.
No.
And the fact that your dad had gone there several times to meet with some lawyer, never showed up to the airport.
And all the emails that they tried to send back to the sender of those emails, it always came back undeliverable.
The inheritance was a scam. Steve...
These niggas, bro. These niggas, bro. Bro, come on, man. You gotta be a despicable person, bro, to tell somebody like this, Steve. You know what I'm saying? Heroin addict, ain't never had nothing in his life, bro. That he had a long lost uncle. Why the hell would he even believe that? Oh! Like, hey, God bless dead. But nigga, you look like Hulk Hogan, nigga. You don't look like you got no kind of Irish in you, nigga. Oh! Like, why would you? I don't know, bro. That messed up for them to do that, though, man. Now, this lady done killed this man, bro, cause she think that he finna leave her out to be hungry, thirsty, poor, not knowing that, hell, they were gonna be poor together forever anyway. Oh! This crazy as hell, bro. But whoever did that, they dirty as hell, boy. They dirty.
He had lived for the past 7 years under the impression that if he just patiently waited, living through his terrible living conditions, he would come out with more money than he could dream of, and finally enjoy life. Even worse was that this very scam that stagnated his life for years may have been the cause of his very own death.
This is crazy as hell, bro.
Pity of a case. Detectives would go on to interview a handful of other suspects in order to get as much information as they possibly could to help break down Ina's defense. And after multiple days of interviews, the day finally came.
Lock
to
her
confront
ass
Ina
up, bro.
with everything they've gathered. But despite all this evidence against her, officers knew they would have a hard time prosecuting Ina without a confession or incriminating statements, and that's exactly what they were determined to get. Inside this cut-down 1.5-hour interview, you'll see some of the most clever interrogation tactics I've ever shown on this channel, slowly dismantling Ina's story until all she has left is an incoherent string of lies.
So, like I said, we have been just talking to everyone, like Billy, Russ, everybody, that kind of just knew Steve, just to get an idea of like what was going on in his life. So, you and Steve were in a relationship?
Yep.
Okay, how long had you guys been together?
13 years.
Okay. Where did you guys
13
meet?
years, bro.
Homeless shelter.
In
Buffet dinner.
In North Dakota?
Washington.
In Washington, okay.
I ain't gonna even care. I think if I was homeless, another homeless person would not attract me, bro. I'd be thinking like, this nigga messed up. I'm messed up. Like, what the hell we gonna do? Like, I need to find somebody with a damn home. Oh, like that. Like, I ain't never understood that. Like, why would like that's just like somebody like you ain't got no car, she ain't got no car. Y'all get together and not have a damn car together. Oh. Like, that don't make no sense to me. Like, where did you and Steve meet? At the homeless shelter. What the hell? I don't know. I guess they was just, both of them was going through homelessness and things of that nature, and they just connected, man. Like, this is crazy.
The detectives would go on to get more information about Ina and Steve's early relationship, but it wouldn't last long before Ina would start conspiring against Billy and others she wanted to paint as suspects.
And I begged him to, stay away. We've even gotten into fights.
To stay away from Lynn?
Billy and Lynn.
Okay.
I don't like calling people nasty, and they've seen them worse than Steve because he's tall and mean looking. People were intimidated by him.
Okay.
Just by his look.
So why would you want him to stay away from Billy and Lynn?
Because they're really, really nasty people.
Okay.
Felonies, breaking into places.
Okay.
I knew they did more than pot, smoking more than pot.
Did Steve smoke more than marijuana?
Yeah, because you
No,
smoked
he's
it
allergic
with
to
him.
marijuana.
Okay.
Me.
Did he use other drugs?
Hell yeah.
Not for the longest time.
Was he using...
Cap.
Who was using... Is that...
No.
Okay. So
No,
he didn't...
after that, after he got the max the last time,
Yep.
he's like, screw this.
Okay.
I'm going to just do what I want and what I want.
Okay. So that's when he started using?
I think so.
Okay.
This would be the first of Ina's lies during this interrogation. She knew Steve had been using long before the incident she described, but in order to make Billy seem like the villain in their lives, she wanted to make it seem as though he was the reason for Steve's drug use. Take note of Ina's body language while she clearly lies. She glances up and avoids eye contact, constantly fidgets and scratches her skin, and most notably, stutters and slurs on her speech as she tries to make up a story. Keep this in mind for the rest of the interrogation, and you'll be able to accurately point out when Ina isn't telling the truth. But now, the police would ask her perhaps the most intriguing question. What exactly did she plan to do with the inheritance money?
So when did he find out about this inheritance?
I want to say 4 months ago.
Okay. So what is the inheritance? I know you had shown that first day Lieutenant Dake and I came, you showed us kind of that letter that was on Steve's phone.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's the inheritance? That was the letter? Okay.
And he was talking to an actual lawyer, I guess.
Okay.
From London.
Man, come on, man. I can't believe they believe it.
And said he's...
I guess. I don't even know how he found out about it. It just appeared. And he was reading that the money wasn't cursed or whatever. Every single person that went for the Riley money over there, even this 21-year-old, had passed away.
Clearly, Ina is running out of resources to take suspicion off herself, and the detectives won't take long before making her abundantly aware of how horrible of a liar she is. But for now, they'd like to get some more information on this inheritance, and if Ina would admit to trying to claim it all for herself.
How much money was it?
It was supposed to be $17 million. $17,500,000. So, but with all the properties sold off, it ended up being $37 million.
So there was cash and then properties were sold.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I gave all the information.
Who was it supposed to be coming from? Who was the family member?
Marcus something Riley.
Was that a brother or
uncle?
That was an uncle. Okay. Did he live
in Ireland?
Okay. How did they get to... Is it starting to be that the lawyer is starting to give him like a time that he's coming to Minot?
Yeah. That's pretty much when he kept saying, I'm going to show up at this time. And Steve would write down there, and he wasn't there. And then he'd get the email afterwards that he was going to come until later and then later.
Okay.
The detectives would spend the next 25 minutes trying to understand Ina's timeline for the day they planned to receive the inheritance. Whenever she gave a time for when the group went to the airport, she would conveniently change that time entirely, just a few minutes later. But one detail would stay the same. Unlike her original claims to officers on the day of the murder, she would insist that Steve had never gone to the airport, but rather Wes had gone instead to represent Steve. This was confusing, but Ina's reason as to why Steve couldn't make it to the airport would make just as little sense.
Because he was drinking beer all day, he was working in the garage, he was spray painting his truck, with the doors and the...
But she showed trying to get herself out of killing this man. Come on, man. Stop, man.
Windows closed, barely drinking any water.
So he consumed almost a case of beer in...
Oh, he can drink more than that.
Pay attention to Ina here. She's carefully crafting a story to deflect suspicion, but the detectives came prepared.
I've seen him drink a couple cases.
But on that day,
Yeah, it was a case beer.
from probably 6 or 7 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, so 5 to 6 hours. Does that sound right?
Probably.
Okay. Did you drink anything else?
Yeah, he drank a bottle of antifreeze that I gave him.
Just a glass of water and his tea. I made iced tea because he begged for iced tea.
Gotta. Oh! Why she even? I wouldn't even say it nothing like that, bro. I wouldn't even brought up the iced tea. You know what I mean?
Steve had no traces of alcohol in his system the day of his death, proven by a blood test and toxicology. So detectives know, clearly, Ina is lying through her teeth.
So I just have a lot of concerns here, okay? And I'm just going to be honest with you. You told the paramedics when they were there that morning or afternoon that he had been drinking till 5 in the morning. That he had been consuming alcohol. That's on body cam. Okay, you said he was drinking all day the day before and that he drank his last drink at 5 a.m. Okay, and now you're telling me
tea.
That's not what you say on this video, okay?
I want to see this video.
Okay, well, I'm not going to show you the body cam. I'm just telling you that that's what's on there. There's reports that Wes came to the house that morning, and you said that Steve was at the walk-in clinic. He wasn't at the walk-in clinic.
Steve didn't want to see Wes anymore.
Okay, but Steve wasn't at the walk-in clinic.
He was at the hospital.
He wasn't at the hospital.
He just left with the ambulance when Wes showed up there.
That's not what's been reported to us. Wes was there prior to.
Yeah, the timestamps prove that.
I want a lawyer.
Okay, that's fine.
About time she say that.
Realizing she's running out of options to defend herself, and with the detectives closing in, Ina resorts to something surprisingly clever as a last-ditch effort, asking for a lawyer.
That's the smartest thing she done said the whole video, bro.
Nope, you're not being arrested. We're just talking. So, but if you want a lawyer, we can stop talking right now. That's fine.
But I'm telling you the God honest truth. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I wish I was there. I wish I was with him every second of the day that day. I wish I watched every single, but I'm not his goddamn mom.
You asked for a lawyer, Ina, so we're just going to end this now. Okay, I'm not going to talk anymore. All right?
You guys are so unbelievable. Fucking
The second Ina realized the detectives saw right through her story, she folded under the pressure and insisted on a lawyer. Ina had finally realized her game was over. Following this interrogation, Ina would roam free while detectives scrambled for concrete evidence that she had poisoned Steve. Ina would continue fighting for her innocence, making more deranged theories, such as Steve drinking the antifreeze out of shame that the lawyer was a fraud, or
Steve didn't know the lawyer was a fraud, man.
Or that she had too been poisoned just months prior. Unfortunately for her, police managed to file a search warrant on apartment 912A, finding multiple alarming items. An old Windex bottle.
Hold on, bro. What the hell they had in this goddamn trash can? Man, these was some dirty ass folk, bro.
Just months prior. Unfortunately for her, police managed to file a search warrant on apartment 912A, finding multiple.
Look at that. How can some shit like that be in your house? This is crazy, man. I would have said that nigga died from mold or something. Like, it's a dirty ass crib, bro.
Alarming items. An old Windex bottle without a cap, containing a bright green liquid, suspected to be antifreeze, as well as a Coors Light bottle, containing antifreeze, found in the garage Steve had been working in that morning. This exact Coors Light bottle was what Ina used to poison Steve with. Antifreeze contains ethylene glycol, an ingredient that makes the liquid taste sweet. By mixing this with tea...
That nigga should have known. If she put it in that bill, bro, a Coors Light ain't sweet, gang. He should have known, like, hell nah, this don't taste right. Now that tea, she probably got it.
Steve was fully unable to tell this fatal substance apart from his typical morning tea. Additionally, by hiding the liquids in the dark... Antifreeze contains ethylene glycol, an ingredient that makes the liquid taste sweet. By mixing this with tea, Steve was fully unable to tell this fatal substance apart from his typical morning tea. Additionally, by hiding the liquids in the dark Coors Light bottle, Steve was unable to see the bright green color of this drink. With all of this newfound, completely incriminating evidence, as well as the numerous lies and false claims Ina had told law enforcement, she would finally be arrested on October 30th, 2024.
Who's that?
I know.
Please lock up my house.
Yeah, we'll lock up the house for you.
I'll give you the keys, but
We'll lock your house up for you.
why me?
What? Come on, man. She had to know it was coming, man. She had to know it was coming, bro.
So right. We let you smoke a cigarette. You gonna be decent?
Well, I'm decent all the time.
No, I never dealt with you, so you told me
Never been arrested before like this. I've never.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean like this? How hell you be arrested? Oh, they must have cuffed her in the front the last time. I don't know.
Never done anything. I haven't done anything. It seems like I'm an easy scapegoat. All I am is an easy scapegoat.
Come on, man.
That's all I've ever been. If I was gonna kill him, I would have killed him the day he lied to me and I found out he was doing drugs.
This man grabbed you honestly don't fall, right?
And I would have done it physically, no.
Physically?
Yeah. I'm a physical woman now, though.
Nobody out here to watch the dogs? Just you? No friends or
Only
anything?
one here.
You have any friends at work that would take them? We just don't want them to die in there, right?
Why? How long are you holding me?
We don't know.
Woman, forever. What you mean? Damn, she talking about how long you gonna look at my dog right here, man. He looking like she still don't get it. Oh, you going to jail, man, for murder.
Oh, so we'll have our officers grab the dogs. We'll put a hold on them, all right?
Damn, bro. She out of there, bro. Well, that's what you get, man. We be trying to be greedy, man. Like, you can't be greedy, bro. Yeah, I mean, it was stupid as hell anyway for even, what his name was? Steve, to think he was finna get $37 million from his long lost uncle. Listen, man, check this out, bro. That don't make no damn sense. Why would he get, like, let's just say he did have a long lost uncle, right? An uncle who, you know what I'm saying, ain't had no family or nothing like that. Like, why the hell would he leave it to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, normally, like, I would think, like, if somebody got that much money, like, he probably leave it to his maid or, you know what I'm saying, like, probably his dog. And whoever take care of his dog got the money or something. Like, why the hell would he look for you, like, to give your goddamn, you know what I mean, $37 million, bro, dollars that he done work hard as hell for. Oh. So you telling me you think your ass gonna wake up, ain't never had to work hard for nothing. All you done with your time is drink Coors Light, smoke a little milk, and goddamn work on your truck that ain't never ran with Bill. That's all you ever done in your life. And you think your uncle who done made these sacrifices got all this money, he just gonna give it to you all in the name of you being his only family. Oh. I don't think it work like that, nigga. You watching too much Happy Gilmore, nigga. It don't work like that. You watching too much TV, nigga. This real life. You know what I'm saying? That shit got him killed, man. She done goddamn poisoned. Crazy as hell. Anyway, though, let me know how y'all feel about it in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Get down there in them comments for your boy. Mark Life or No Life. Mark with no, we coming OT on, get it out the mud every single day, man. Shout out to the Daily Crime Squad, man. I love y'all, but God love you more than me, so tap in with him. Make sure you sub up. And shout out to the good souls, man. You feel me? Shout out to y'all for rocking out with the kid. I'm gonna catch y'all in that next vid, which more than likely gonna be tomorrow, man. Salute. Y'all stay up. Gang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel, got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer, got a quarter pound on me, hey. The trap doing numbers.